Alright, so we're in a 2015 Jeep Patriot with the CY24 lishi in the ignition. Put it in as far as it'll go and apply tension, and can't really go quite off of the grid because it's not exactly meant for this, but it looks like it has pretty good contact just ahead of the line on the opposite ends on the grid, and go through and pick everything you can feel in a normal way as you would with the lishi. Then once it feels like everything is picked that you can touch, grab the lishi and rock it a little bit, and then the ignition will turn. Then we'll flip it the other way so that we can see what we're doing here. Put it in as far as it'll go, and we're gonna put it in the crank position. It'll turn on and then right back off because it's not a programmed key, but this is just so we can see what we're doing here. And since we flipped it over, it now lines up a little bit better with the actual side that it goes on. Still hits best just a little bit in front of these lines. So the 2 position is actually the 1 position on the key. So we're going to say that's a 3, and that's a 2, that's a 1, 3, 3, oh, slipped a little bit, 4, and we still can't quite feel that one. So 3, 2, it almost looks like it wants to be a 1. So we're going to do 1 upsearch when we look up that one. 1, 3, 3, 4. Okay. So here we have the bitting that we pulled off of the ignition, starting in the 1 position, even though it was 2 on the lishi, and then the 1 with an upsearch. 1, 3, 3, 4. Last 2 blank as we couldn't read them out of the ignition. And then looks like we get 3 codes. So we'll do it in a cutting tree, and I'll test all 3 of them and see which one works. So after using a few test keys, it wound up being the M1624. Worked in the door, and put that back. Works in the ignition. But that key code was gotten out of the ignition despite the lishi saying that it's only meant for the door or the trunk. Hopefully this technique helps people in the future if the door lock is damaged, or even if you can't successfully read with the lishi, and once you get it turned, you should be able to at least pull the ignition out, take it apart, and then read the wafers to get your key bitting.